Hi guys, welcome to my YouTube channel and June's book reviews. The Dresden Files, Stormfront by Jim Butcher. Recap. Meet Harry Dresden, wizard. He's trying to solve a murder without being murdered himself, and it's not going exactly to plan. Review. I watched the TV series a while back and thought I must read these books, then never got round to it. This is probably a good thing because the memory of the TV show is romanticised and diminished, so I'm able to fully immerse myself in the book. It's a complex case, but not so complicated that you get lost. There are strong characters throughout, plus obvious stereotypes, but you don't mind because it's an entertaining read. It's the first in a series, so obviously there are lots of questions, but there's some good world building and a clear definition on the magical system in place. I look forward to reading the next one. Bird Box by Josh Malerman. Recap. An unknown menace strikes the human race, turning you mad if you look at it. Mallory survives blindfolded, but must travel downriver with two small children to potential sanctuary. Review. I watched the Netflix movie before I read the book, and I loved it. But the book enhances the whole experience. The fear is closer, and the desperation is more desperate, less Hollywood. I found it hard to read the parts explaining how Mallory trained the children to keep their eyes closed, and the suggestion of dons to blind them because that would be my reality as a mum to young children. What would I do? I enjoyed the back and forth narrative, and it helped keep the tension high, and the fear was written really well. Strange Tombs by Sid Moore. Recap. Rosie and Sam are asked to investigate a murder at a crime writer's writing retreat. Review. As always, you are given glimpses of the supernatural that are never quite explained fully away. We're given a smidge more information on Rosie's parents, but not enough. We need more. I really hope there's a full reveal planned for the future. The writer characters at the retreat were amusing, and as always, I had no idea who done it. I never do. I really liked the Dorcas character. Will we learn more about him? I hope so. Rosie and Sam's interplay feels more natural in this book, and we got a kiss. Not quite that kind, though. Less witches, but lots of local lore and history, which is very interesting to read about. My Soul to Keep by Lynette Burrows. Recap. Miranda doesn't want to get married or be daughter of the first apostle, and that's before she finds out what her family is responsible for and her own abuse memories resurface. Review. Lynette has constructed such a well thought out alternative America that it feels chillingly realistic. The antagonists are unlikable and dastardly, and our mentor is cranky yet loyal, and our heroine kicks butt. The concept of the Azrael isn't quite fully explained enough. I have some questions about the inner power that's described, but I'm hoping that will be further revealed in Book 2. There's lots of scope for a prequel as well. You might not root immediately for Miranda's personality, but her circumstances will compel you to read on, and crucially, she makes mistakes, so is all the more believable for it. I could say more, but I don't want to write spoilers, so instead I'll recommend you read this dystopian tale for yourself. Queen of the Warrior Bees by Jean Gill. Recap. My litter doesn't fit into her perfect society and longs for something different. Circumstances provide her with the password to outside, to the forest, and her new life begins. Review. A coming-of-age stories with bees. Intriguing world building with insidious antagonists that provoke strong dislike, and I think that was to do with all the clever scent and colour descriptions throughout the book, which reinforces the characters. There are lots of unanswered questions, so I'm looking forward to finding out what happens next. Checking out Anticlockwise by T.W.M. Ashford. Recap. The Tory Tau are a little miffed about having been imprisoned for eternity and are now rewriting everyone's history unless Pierre and George can do anything about it. Review. Pierre and George are back. Hooray! But the entire universe as they know is being razed unless they can come up with a plan. I have enjoyed reading this series, and I love the fact that Pierre and George are back together in this instalment. Despite stumbling from one disaster to another, there are some poignant moments as well, and the ending was well deserved for both characters. Pierre should have got the goat though. That feels like a missed opportunity. Exit the Dragon by Heidi Goody and Ian Grant. Recap. Newport Pagnell, wizard, is looking for dragon shell to make toothpaste. Review. Highly amusing, far too short, and a great lead into what I hope will be further books. There's strong world building and a sense of place, expected fantasy trope characters seen from Newport's point of view, which adds a little freshness. Definitely on the smelly and yucky side of realistic setting though. That's it for this month. I hope you enjoyed the reviews. As always, if you have anything you think I should be reading, let me know in the comments below, and I'll see you next month. Happy reading!